Take a look at this. A new era begins at Stamford Bridge on Monday night. Xabi Alonso takes charge of his first ever Premier League match as Chelsea manager, away at Craven Cottage against Fulham. And after weeks of preseason experimenting, we finally think we know exactly how he's going to line his team up. What's up, Chelsea fans? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into this one, drop a comment and let me know which country you're watching from. And tell me honestly, are you excited or nervous about the Xabi Alonso era starting for real? If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on notifications because we are going to be breaking down every single Chelsea game this season. So here's Xabi Alonso's first predicted starting 11 against Fulham in his now familiar 3-4-2-1 formation. In goal, no surprises at all, Robert Sanchez starts. It's simply too early to throw Mike Penders straight into Premier League action. So expect the young goalkeeper to be used mainly in cup games. Things like the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Or if Sanchez ever picks up an injury or suspension. Sanchez is a decent goalkeeper and a genuinely good shot stopper. And with the right protection in front of him from this defense, he should be absolutely fine to start the season. His distribution has also improved noticeably during preseason, which matters a great deal in a system like Alonso's that often asks the goalkeeper to help build attacks from the back rather than just clearing the danger long. Now, one important correction before we go further into the back line. Wesley Fofana will not actually be available for this one. He's serving a one-match suspension carried over from his red card against Sunderland on the final day of last season. So don't expect to see him out there against Fulham, even though he's looked sharp and fully fit throughout preseason. But here's where things get interesting, because that opens the door for someone else to step in. Let's talk about the wingbacks first, because Alonso has already shown his hand here across preseason games against AC Milan and Real Sociedad. On the left wing-back spot, I fully expect Pep Chavarria to be thrown straight in ahead of Jorel Hato. Why? Because Chavarria is genuinely an overlapping wing-back specialist, someone built for exactly this role, while Hato is much more suited to playing as a central defender inside a back three. On the right-hand side, Marco Palestra has been absolutely outstanding throughout preseason. So don't be shocked if he starts ahead of Malo Gusto, who has really only picked up a handful of minutes so far. Palestra won the Serie A Best Defender award last season. And yes, that came from a genuinely Maldini-esque defensive masterclass. But honestly, it was just as much about his attacking output, and that attacking threat is exactly what could cause problems for defenses up and down the Premier League this season. Is Marco Palestra the most underrated signing of Chelsea's entire summer? Let me know what you think down in the comments. It's worth remembering just how big a jump this is for Palestra too, going from Serie A straight into one of the most physically demanding leagues in world football. The Premier League doesn't always treat new arrivals kindly in year one, no matter how good they looked elsewhere. But everything we've seen from him in preseason, the recovery pace, the willingness to bomb forward and get back just as quickly, suggests he's built for exactly this kind of intensity. Now for the back three itself, and remember, with Fofana out, this looks slightly different to what many expected a few weeks ago. On the right-hand side of the back three, expect new signing Maxence Lacroix to slot straight in. This was a big money defensive investment, and Chelsea will be hoping he turns out to be a genuine upgrade, especially given how solid he already looked in this exact back three role at Crystal Palace, alongside Marc Guehi and Daniel Munoz. In the middle of the back three, with Fofana suspended, the most likely man to step in is Josh Achimpong, given his versatility across the backline and the trust Alonso has already shown him in preseason. It's a big ask for a young defender to fill in for a suspended teammate in his manager's competitive debut, but it's exactly the kind of opportunity that can define a young career. On the left-hand side of the back three, Levi Colwill starts. He's an intelligent, ball-playing defender who can win tackles, read interceptions early, and launch dangerous long passes to spark quick attacks. Having him back fully fit after his injury issues is a genuinely huge boost for this Chelsea side heading into the new season. Would you have trusted Acheampong to step into that back three instead of going with a totally different plan? I want to hear your honest take. There's also a broader point worth making here about depth. A few seasons ago, losing a starting center back to suspension on opening night would have been a genuine crisis for Chelsea. Now, it's barely even a talking point because the quality waiting in the wings is that strong. That kind of squad depth is exactly what separates teams capable of surviving a long, grueling Premier League season from teams that fall apart the moment injuries and suspensions start piling up in October and November. Moving into midfield now, and Alonso's system here demands a proper two-man double pivot, which is exactly where Captain Reece James comes in. With Enzo Fernandez's long-term future at the club still genuinely uncertain, and James now having built up real match fitness and sharpness, expect him to start in midfield rather than at wingback this time around. Alongside him is the most trusted and tested midfielder at the club right now, Moises Caicedo, who brings relentless energy, sharp interceptions, and real physicality to the middle of the park. Together, James and Caicedo give Alonso a double pivot with genuine balance, control, and defensive security behind those advanced attacking players. It also means Enzo Fernandez, one of the most talented midfielders in the entire squad, starts on the outside looking in for now, which tells you everything about how highly Alonso rates James in this deeper role, and about just how competitive this Chelsea midfield has genuinely become. However, that's not the whole story further forward, because this system also demands two number 10s, players given real freedom to roam and find pockets of space. This is exactly where the two coldest men in Chelsea's squad come in, Cole Palmer and Morgan Rogers. Palmer remains one of the most naturally gifted attacking talents in the entire Premier League. Someone capable of turning a game on its head with a single moment of magic, whether that's a defense splitting pass or a strike from distance out of absolutely nowhere. When he's at his sharpest, there are very few players in this league who can single-handedly change a match the way he can. And Morgan Rogers, Chelsea's British record signing this summer, brings a completely different kind of threat. Direct running, physicality, and end product that immediately makes this front line far more unpredictable for defenders to deal with. He thrives running in behind defensive lines and combining quickly in tight areas. And pairing that with Palmer's creativity gives Alonso two number 10s who genuinely complement rather than duplicate each other. Yet few people are talking enough about the man leading the line, Joao Pedro, who has already scored an incredible 7 goals throughout preseason alone. He's now stepping into the famous, some Chelsea fans might even say cursed, number 9 jersey. And plenty of fans online are already joking nervously that he's destined to flop wearing it. But honestly, I don't buy that at all. I think Joao Pedro is going to be absolutely fine in that shirt. His movement in behind defenses, his composure in front of goal, and his willingness to drop into pockets and link play all suggest he's got exactly the profile needed to make that number finally feel like a blessing again instead of a burden. Is Joao Pedro the man to finally break Chelsea's cursed number 9 story? Drop your prediction below. So to sum this lineup up briefly, this is a Chelsea side built around genuine balance, a settled goalkeeper, attacking wingbacks on both flanks, a back three now reshaped slightly due to Fofana's suspension, a physical and disciplined double pivot, and total freedom given to two of the most talented attacking players at the club, all playing in behind a red-hot striker in Joao Pedro. It's an exciting, expansive way to begin this new era at Stamford Bridge. Do you think this Chelsea side is strong enough to beat Fulham and start the Xabi Alonso era with 3 points? Let me know your prediction in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed, smash that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a Chelsea preview this season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.